say I know where that takes to live courageous, to judge a whole book without ever turning the pages, sacrificing everything just to say we made it, for chains and some whips, just that modern day slave shit. Now sing your song for the puppet master. Heard if you talk about drugs and killing, then they'll push it faster. Well, let me see, something Zanny, something Percocet and COVID-19. I've been dodging what they sending through the pipeline. A lot of people got dreams, but they ain't like mine. See, you was praying for a Bentley and some other shit. Meanwhile, I'm thinking, God, I'm in my right mind. How could I forget the humble beginning? So accustomed to winning. No one knows when I finish, I'm in my zone now. Guess this'll be my Grammy speech when I'm on now. I just wanna smoke good, drink good, eat good, sleep good, be good. I just wanna smoke good, drink good, eat good, sleep good, be good. I just wanna smoke good, drink good, eat good, sleep good, be good. I just wanna smoke good, drink good, eat good, sleep good, be good. What you smoking on? What you drinking on? What you eating on? Tell me what you sleeping on. No, it won't be long. Said it won't be long. Tell me what you smoking on, drinking on, what you be eating on, sleeping on. Is it that Zaza? Is it that hen dog? Is it them lobster tails? Is it that California king size baby? As if you fuck around, but for real though, I just wanna smoke good, drink good, eat good, sleep good. Get on my favorite, that bullshit. Lego.
He's all alone tonight. Let's see if anybody pops in. Good evening. Very late evening. I don't even know. It must be after 12, but I haven't been able to go to sleep. I'm not even ready. I just sat down. I was gonna play a game of spades and I'm like, let me come on and say happy Father's Day to everybody. Happy Father's Day to President Trump. Happy Father's Day to all the daddies in heaven. All the uncles, all the stepfathers, father-in-laws, brothers. Hope you guys liked my new beginning. I don't know if anybody's going to come in. So, Joe went out with the family. He was kind of sluggish after that. So it was just like, forget it. Um, he couldn't even concentrate. I kept asking him something and he's like, what? And I'm like, oh my God. For once, like he's fighting back with me. And that's fine. It's fine. It's part of the whole awakening thing, I think. Um, Either that or men were just in a bad mood because my husband was in a great mood all day. I helped him out, made stuff. He just want it was very easy what he wanted to eat. So, and then he ate it again for dinner. I just reheated it, so it was very easy. But later in the evening, both Joe and my husband got a little tiffy. I'm like, okay, stop with the PMSing. I'm trying to be good. I know my eyes are freaking out. I'm sorry, guys. I am getting other colors soon. But I can see with them. I did not expect them to be this freaky. But then what was I thinking? I was thinking go drastic. I love drastic. Um, I still want a couple of tattoos that I know. They're probably not going to be very, very in the open unless I do. I'm still considering getting MAGA here. I might. I might. I don't know. I mean, for me to draw it on my hand every day is just as easy, and then I could do it different in different colors and make it match my outfit. I wouldn't have to cover it up for with a ring if I was going somewhere. If I was going to some place. Yeah. Good evening, whoever's watching. So yeah, so Joe is like, go to bed, Joe, and he agreed with me. He went to bed. That's that. So John was gonna go see his mother. He does it a little less now. He just goes like once a month for a couple of days, which is it's easier. And then his brother Danny goes up there too, and he's in not far from us, so it is travel for both of them. And John said, "Geez, I don't know why I didn't book it where I could see my brother." And I had already thought of that because they try to separate it because so they could take care of their mother and their aunt, right? Each. They don't live close, guys. They're flying. So um, I said to John, he mentioned it again, sort of. And I said to him, I said, go and see if you can make it. If it's $300, you're out of luck, but go and see if you could change the flight and go in a day or so early. And he's like, it has to be over the day. I'm like, do it, just do it. That's fine. Happy Father's Day. And then it will be a Father's Day surprise for your brother as well. And he's like, oh, yeah, I won't tell them that I'm coming. So they don't even know. I hope I didn't ruin it. I doubt Danny watches me. His wife might, but I doubt Danny does. Um, so I put up a picture of Trump with Tiffany. I believe somebody said it was Tiffany. I did not double check that. I have no reason to doubt it's Tiffany. It looks like that era. They're all younger than me. Holy shit, I'm older than all the Trump kids. Oh my God, when you know you're getting old. Holy jeez. Okay. Okay, so let's see what else did I want to come on and say. This isn't going to be long. Joe had a lot of science to talk about. So, um, there was something about the black hole, something, well, we wanted to talk more about the tilting of the earth, I think. Because to me, I have any balls. I got lots of balls, guys. Um, if it's a ball, if it's a globe, and it's tilting, it rotates. Is that, am I wrong? It doesn't tilt. Something flat can tilt because it's a, scale, a seesaw. Something not right about that. Unless we are, no, no, I don't want to go through that right now, but it's just like, my husband was watching, this is crazy. Okay, so I don't watch much TV at all. Haven't since I'm like 19 or 20 or before, I don't even know. I've always watched the same things. Uh, Not to say I haven't watched anything, but it's like I would for my family and such. Believe you me. John shared with me, oh, it's brilliant. I'm gonna have to put it in the chat. It's the incredible version of the Bohemian Rhapsody. I think it's Irish. In fact, John said that the kid playing the guitar, and I will share it, little 12-year-old Axl Rose, ain't kidding, was on America or Britain's Got Talent, probably. Because he'll, if he sees it, he'll watch something like that. Um, and I was like, it has to be. I mean, the kid singing, oh my God, the way he acts, it's so much like Freddie. So his voice, I could be a little stronger, I think, but he has it down. He's got the he's got the character, the charisma. Oh my God. And I would have to say they're Irish, and he's on a moving buggy. You'll say, oh my God, it's fantastic. It's one of those ones, if you ever see people stop in the mall and they start dancing, or they stop in the mall and you just hear the pianist playing and the kid comes up and he's singing. Oh, it's one of those. It's fantastic though. I've heard two, three, 4 dozen versions of Bohemian Rhapsody, and this by far, um, besides for the original. I mean, I've even heard kittens do it, guys. Kittens do Bohemian Rhapsody. And by far, this was the best. So, that being said, he showed me that, and he's watching, because I dyed my hair. So I usually do that upstairs or rinsing it out or whatever. And so he's showing me stuff that he's watching, and Spider Noir was like, what? Don't tell me. Because Noir is dark. Noir is that dark French. Does it mean black? It means dark. Black or dark. It's usually black and white. It's the dramatic French kind of stuff. And he's like, it's Spider Noir. And I'm like, Spider Noir, eh? Sure enough. And I knew it too. I was like, question mark, right? That's what I'm like, because at this point, I'm downstairs. At this point, I'm text messaging. But he does come down and tell me more about it. And yeah, this is before I even dyed my hair. And he's like, yeah, it's what you think it is. It's Spider-Man. I'm not sure if it's, I don't, he didn't make it sound like it was a comic, but but it's from the comics and it's noir because people can't come up with anything original. At least I used to think that a lot until Disney. And I swear to God, Carmine, you still are a very smart man. I'm talking to Air, he's still alive. Um, he used to say to me, I don't like Disney. I didn't care. I didn't care about Disney, you know, but he would be very specific. And I understood what he meant too, even at that time, because God knows I was into conspiracies. And we're about 19 years of age. Like I liked Mary Poppins. Like I liked certain things. I did like some of the movies. And then of course the Little Mermaid came out with the whole phallic symbol, and they were recalled, the covers were recalled, and there were little bits and pieces. I'm not sure when that was actually. Was that before or after I met him? I don't know. But he would say they would take these old skits, old novels, old movies, old stories, and twist them and make them cutesy, like Aladdin. Oh my goodness, I got a freaking cramp in my foot. So they like, what is it? The Aladdin and the 40 Thieves or the 40 Nights? What was it? The original book was something else. Obviously, it wasn't Aladdin. And it's like murder and prostitution and rape and like the most like disgusting shit that Disney took and made cutesy. Why? I'm not saying all of them, but there are many like that. Even Fantasia is a bit freakinoid. It's freaky. Spectre Noir. You just can't. I can't. And where does that come from? So I've been watching a lot of like Dateline and good evening. There's like one or two people in the chat. Thank you. I know nobody who would be up. Who would be up? Uh, and there was this one, and this happens a lot, guys. I'm sorry. I know I use a lot of it could be chapstick, it doesn't have to be lipstick. I always put shit on my face. It used to be worse. I used to put cream on my face constantly. And I broke out. I do a lot of good makeup and there's a bit of a filter, but I definitely broke out. And I think I know what it was, and it probably had the orange dye in it. Still, RFK didn't get to it. So I'm watching, okay, so there's these shows sponsored by Morgan and Morgan, the lawyers. And I think I found two or three of them so far. And they're more like a talk show. And in the beginning, the man, the host explains what's going to go on, and he narrates during on and off and during showing video. And mostly it's the raw video of what happened when these people are being caught or, being questioned by the cops as security cameras, either on the cop's vest, cop, sign language, that's the C, cop, like the shield, right? And, or, I mean, some of them, they pick them up at their jobs. Like, I watched a whole bunch of them where these teachers were one, two, three times the limit drunk while teaching at school. And the cops were very cool with these people. They were like, yeah, well, were you drinking last night? Were you up late? And then, they took the breathalyzer. Now, these people are pretty good. If you know drunks and what are they called? Like um working alcoholics. Like they're able to functioning alcoholics is what they call them. I mean, these people were as calm as day. And believe me, I bartended. I know some really bad drunks in my life, some really nasty bad. You can't even imagine that these people existed. That's how bad these people are. And I drank a lot. I was a drinker. I like to drink. Haven't touched it in, I don't know, long time. Going on close to 3 years now. Doesn't matter. I have no problem if I wanted a sip of something and just choose not to, I guess. Um, like the cop was really cool. So did you party last night? But no, the breathalyzer, if it was under, but they were all over, or one person, and thankfully, well, no, one of them said they drove there, or two of them. One came in on cocaine. She kept putting on her tongue. She had a problem with her husband or boyfriend, and it was one of the students that said, "Oh God, Mrs. So and so is messed up." I don't remember her name. They had to take her to the emergency room. She was so fucked up. I think she was a substitute teacher though. But one, going back to the Disney, and this happens a lot, was a carpenter at Disney. And he was a child predator. It was not even a Chris Hansen. It was one of these Morgan and Morgans. I can't remember which one it was. And honestly, I don't even remember the full names of those the titles of the show. Title of the show. And but it doesn't matter. I'm enjoying them and I'll get back. I'm terrible with names, with any kind of freaking names, including my own name sometimes, but I'll find them if you guys are interested. Oh my God, we're supposed to open the coin too. Might have to do that on tonight's show if anybody's hanging out. That's another thing. I think everybody thinks the coin thing is a scam. I had only one or two people. Two people? I might as well just give it away. Um, no, I'll get a game going. You believe me, I will. So this kid Josh, and they're interviewing him so ever so slowly. They got him on something else, and they're talking in a van, it looks like, I don't even know what they got him on because I wasn't fully paying attention. I was cleaning or something and listening. I try to and um it just goes to show that he was a carpenter. Oh, it was disgusting. What it was is there was a female involved, and she was either a babysitter or caretaker or something like that, in a daycare or something like that. And she was taking pictures of children. Fuck Ghislaine Maxwell. Fucker. Fuck the women. Men are bad enough. The women? And I hear about all these couples. They're all over the place. They'll adopt and they don't have to be gay. I don't get that. And they adopt and they groom these children. Do this and you get your ice cream, do that, and you have to go to bed. Or you get a I just can't. I just can't. Oh, good evening. Who's there? Did you see the sub teacher case? Love. Let me see. These are very strange content. Oh, there you go. Dude, all my teachers after grade 4 were all day drinkers. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking to myself, big fucking deal. Like, you don't want the kids to know. uh, Love goes here. That's cute. What a cute name. You saw the sub teacher, the cocaine, that one where she's fucking shaking, she's going crazy. She's like, I'm so, but she's apologizing. She's half there and half not. And she was all, oh my God. Like, I know coke is bad, but I believe, I do believe, I've heard it before, that putting it on the tongue, putting under the tongue, putting on, yeah, it makes sense. Well, I'm glad I'm not alone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, love. Um, that being said, I don't know. Oh, you know what? I don't know. You guys must know, love, I don't know if you know me, but I'm a Star Trek fan. Uh, More of not classic. I mean, I can deal with classic. I remember my friend saying when it came out in HD to watch it, and I just never did. Maybe one I did, maybe the first one. I can't remember now. Um, so it's like I will if I have to. But in Deep Space Nine, there was Garrick. He was I loved him, and he had a voice. A lot of these Klingons, Cardassians, the space aliens had to have a good speaking voice. And I believe my husband said that I think his name was I, Michael and Anderson. I can't remember, but he was in that Spider Noir. They kind of stay in that science fictional, I guess, realm. A lot of them. I can't remember the one that played the clones in Deep Space Nine. They were always cloning. Uh, he's been in every sci-fi. I can't remember his name, but he's like in every sci-fi movie. The other guy was like Michael Andrews, Andrew Robinson's or something like that. Uh, you like Star Trek, HFS? Yeah, I am. I am a Star Trek fan. But I'm more of a Doctor Who fan. I don't know. Wait, no, I'm a Doctor Who classic fan more than I am a. If you know Star Trek, maybe like my whole family. My sister watched. She liked that one with the portals with the guy with the triangle on his. I couldn't look at that. I couldn't. The black guy with the triangle on his head. I know you guys know these series. Like I remember V. Now V was cool. V was cool. Um, and that's long ago. And then I did get into Hercules a bit. I mean, those are older science fiction. That's Hercules isn't really science, but it is mythological fiction, which I'm into too. A little bit, not as much as a lot of people, but I'm eclectic. I like this and that and the other thing. I could go here, there, and everywhere, even with music for the most part. Although I'm not a fan of like jazz, but um, I will say this. I will say this. I gotta thank everybody on Facebook. I don't know what the frick happened, but I blew up. It blew up. In 28 days, have had over 800,000 views. I'm close to 812. Yeah, 747,000 viewers. If it in 28 days. And just like 150, what was it, 164,000 interactions, like engagements in the and this is 99% up from last month because what I did was I became a digital creator. So for people that need a little boost on Facebook, figure out how to become a digital creator. It might help you. This is very impressive for someone like me. But I do send out to certain groups that have hundreds of thousands of followers, and apparently I become an all-star contributor in all of them. So I've been in most of these groups for years, some of them for over a decade, which I'm sure most of you have too. I mean, Facebook was the beginning, I think. Well, I believe. I get zero engagement on Facebook. Alberta, no. Why would you think I'm in Canada? Oh, am I saying something strange? I'm from Brooklyn, dude. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, but you never know. I could pull off like, I don't know. I just do. I don't know. I could sound Irish. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, so if you thought I was, because Alberta, right? Alberta is Canada, right? Mom was in Canada for a good 10 years of her life, I believe, until she got married to dad. She lived in the Ukraine. Every people that watch this love, they know, watch my show, they know. And you'll probably do better in engagement if you listen to what I just said, become a digital creator, by the way. So then mom moved at 13 to Canada, but I've never said or although I love the Canadian, I have no problem with Canadians. I have no problem with anybody. I love people as long as they're not assholes and trying to kill other people. I don't care what your skin color is, what religion you are, where you come from. It doesn't make sense that we are allowed to be racist one way and not another, or we are racist one way and we're pretending not to be racist, but we actually are. The only people I am racist against are evil Satanists, which I might go over a little bit of Hezbollah today because things don't fucking add up. Things do not add up. I don't know why people do not see it like I see it. I feel like we're watching an effing movie, love, since there's only a couple people watching. So I was thinking because I am, and because of the high engagement, there is a lot of political bots in Alberta. Oh, I see. I see. Yes, there are a lot of bots. They don't answer. If they do, they're paid bots. Some of them are real, but paid. And they're paid to be, they won't, I guess they do. They really get paid to do what they do. So they just don't push it sometimes. And then sometimes they'll be assholes. Like I'm gonna guess like when they first start doing it. And then there are bots, probably AI bots and shit like that. But there are human bots. I call them bots because what else are you gonna call them? Trolls, whatever you want to call them. Let me share for a second. Are we seeing this? Ba, 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 ba-da-da. Someday the entire world will realize all the personal sacrifices this man made to save not just America, but the world, President Trump. Now, yeah, I agree. I do agree. But again, it's mostly his name. For those of you that have ever watched me before, you will know that I do believe there's more than one Trump, that much of it is an act. A lot of this has been handled years prior. There's certain proofs of this that I've gone over within time. It's as easy as saying people knew about 9/11 beforehand. And that is true. People knew about 9/11 beforehand. They just didn't know when and what date. And I believe the powers that may be wouldn't even allow a warning, right? I gotta show this. We're gonna do a funny for Father's Day. Hold on. We're gonna do a funny for Father's Day. Where are you? There you are. This one. I can't. I just can't, guys. I just can't. This is so freaking funny to me. Enjoy. You can't. You can't. I give that. And it was so serious. Why so serious? Yeah, I know. I can be deep. I had to share that. I don't know why. I am sorry. To me, it was hysterical. I hope this guy is one of the guys, right? This guy right here, he's gonna dress in a tutu and let his daughters paint his nails. That's the type of guy this is. And for every dad out there like that, I know a few myself. Luckily, my my husband only had sons. I only have stepsons. So, because I can't imagine my husband doing that. This is the saddest thing in the world, and our friend Jay told me this happens a lot more often. I do know it happened in the city quite often. Abuse on elderly people, abuse on autistic people. Um, I don't understand. Where's the progression? Do you think this person voted for Trump? Let me just say it that way. The first guy. You have two boys and two girls. That's lovely, love. Are you a boy? You're a father or a mother? I'm guessing by your name that you're a father, but I don't want to be politically correct. Sometimes my page doesn't even get a like. Look at this. And then some, and then it kicks in. I don't know. Some kicks in. See, look. Oh yeah,
My certa is a man. Michel is a man. Is a man. My certa, my certa, my certa.
I do not
My
know why, excuse me, I don't know why it put a ta at the end of it, but I left it. I just do these things once in a while. So usually we go over comments when I'm with Joe, and it's going to be a longer, because I mean, this has 129 comments. People were great. We had some really nasty shit. You could see I have 46 shares. Thank you guys. I got more likes here than I did on YouTube, which is where I posted it. That's crazy. This is, I don't know. This is Valor. Let me read this quick, because this man, this little doggy saved 47 men, 47 soldiers, 47. I had 811,747 views. It's a weird number. I like numbers, people. I am a preceptor. Oh, dad. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's part of the awakening, love. That's another story. I don't know if you like conspiracies or not. This is a conspiracy channel, but a lot of what I say is true. A lot of what I say, like I can prove Michael is a man, Big Mike, okay? I could prove it. I have collected pictures. It took me minutes to collect 8 pictures. And as an artist, you can tell certain things. And I now, after years and years and years and years and years, I am definitely understanding it much more. Looking at the transvestites. I mean, the long arms, the brow, the eyebrows, even the shape of the jaw, the shoulders, the clavicle bone. Women's clavicle bone goes down. It's as easy as that. It's the biggest, and they been hiding it with their hair. But I can tell you that Obama called Michelle Michael. I know for a fact there's 2 times on videotape. And there was a 3rd time that I have never seen, but they say it was on videotape. Then Michelle started something saying when I was a young boy. What woman does that? She was starting some speech. It's on video. When I was a young boy. No woman's arms are that fucking long. She had lots of surgery. But her hips ain't even right. See, women they have hip, even if they're thin as shit, they have a little hip. Their legs kind of go in and they have a little fat there. It's undeniable. And that's because a man's belly button is higher up. Where they get hernia, it's a difference. I mean, the Adonis belt is there. It's all different. Mr. Obama too, correct. Now that's an easy one to deal with. What if I told you Cher was a little Jewish boy? I did prove that once. I am going to do the one with, what happened? Oh, that's weird. I must have pressed on that by accident. Sorry. How did I do that? Let me read about Valor instead of going on here. This is K9 Valor. He saved 47 soldiers. He survived a suicide bomber, then went on to stop 3 more, fighting tooth against knife. In the end, he placed himself between an explosion and his handler. The blast shattered half his face. He lost his left eye and ear. He was flown to Germany, where surgeons worked to rebuild his jaw. Look at this poor baby. At the this I go, I'm gonna choke up. I'm gonna try to read it. At the Pentagon, he was honored with a standing ovation that lasted over 8 minutes. A true American hero. This dog is more American than most Democrats. And definitely any libtard. That is for sure. Bill Gates. Oh, this guy, look, see, like this, like some of them blow up on my page. This is nothing. On some of the other pages, I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7,000 likes and 300 to 3,000 comments. I don't know why my own page doesn't do that, love. I'm hoping maybe you'll figure it out. But, you know, my main page is liberally challenged. I do like my Facebook page, but it's a little more gentler. When I first went on with conspiracies about Erica Kirk, I was abused and abused. I was thrown out. And I'm like, I get it because I think Facebook is a little more mature. I'll be 50 in October. I should be mature. I should be, keywords. This is ridiculous, guys. This isn't her, first of all. It's not her. How do I know? Because she's dead. people said a lot of things. She looks like Darth Vader, blah, blah, blah. She's hiding. They even said it looks like the building itself, the hat. People don't like, people said she don't like Obama, therefore she hit herself up. Maybe she feels like she grew old very fast. I don't know. Maybe they couldn't find a look-alike, because that's what most conspiracists would go for. People that are awake believe, love. Just in case you don't know and that you're sitting here watching, I will tell you. Most conspiracists that believe we're awake, like, I'm not a Q follower. I have friends that follow Q. A lot of my ideas and their ideas are similar, so I don't know how that happens. But we believe that like most of the bad people are gone, from Bill Gates to the Clintons to the Obamas to the Bidens to the Pelosi's to um the King and Queen of England to your Prime Minister, who was Carney. He's gone. You know, the people are actors. So this for us would be saying, hey, we couldn't find a good actor that looked like, Hillary at this certain age. So we just threw on a hat, a scarf, everything to hide her. That nose is way too big for Hillary, guys. I don't care how old she is. That's not her. It's close, but it's not her. I'm telling you, I don't even have to have a picture next to her who hasn't seen Hillary's face a million fucking times. It's not her. Okay. And I'll compare the ears if you'd like. The ears are like a thumbprint or an eye scan. They're exact. This is a hard one, but I could see it. Look at those big earrings. Those are also intentional. It's not her. But it's kind of, this is what it's telling us, because people are supposed to be like, well, why is she hiding herself a lot? Maybe it isn't her. Maybe she didn't want to go, so she got her look-alike to go. That's what you're supposed to be doing, questioning everything, as ridiculous as it sounds. Agreed that Hillary or something. Yeah, it's weird. It's hard to, okay, like this. Yoa Texiria de Faria. Don't ask me to say that again. John of God. John of God is with Oprah. Obviously, younger Oprah. Oprah, I believe, is another man. I never really looked into it, but the fact that she never had a child makes you, that's like one of the first guesses. Kathy Griffin is a man. She never had a child. That's like one of the first steps to thinking, well, let's go on and check this one out. Lots of them adopted. Lots of them adopted. So you can't even, like the Obamas, they took the kids from the Nesbits. 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 I forgot how to spell it, but yeah, Nesbits, something like that. You can look it up. They're best friends, and the two girls look exactly like the best friends who never had children. Kind of odd, don't you think? So, never mind, Michelle has never been pregnant. You never see her pregnant. Whatever. This is John of God, whoever calls himself John of God. Anybody who can have God in their title that wasn't given to them by somebody else is absolutely disgusting. Like God themselves giving you the title of God. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me. What God? A Satanist, guys. Because he was arrested years ago for child pedophilia, right? Women, excuse me, girls and boys is what I meant to say. Girls and boys, women, and men, girls and boys. God knows women and men too. I have no doubt. I have no doubt. 20-year-old, sure. Yep. The pool boy, right? Because they groom them. I'll use an old metaphor. I'll buy you this. Well, maybe it's not even a real metaphor, but here's my fur coat. I'm going to give it to you, darling. Wear it by the pool, but I'm going to fuck you up the ass from now on. Or blackmail or whatever else. Groomed at a very young age, mind you. But it can happen in 1819 too. It can. Let's see. I think that was it for that. That was it for that. I could go over some things in Liberally Challenged, which I don't think I will. My nephew Nick went to New York to see the Knicks game in the ticket day parade. Had a great time, no problems. He had a blast. It was him and a couple of his friends. They took the Staten Island ferry so they could see this the Statue of Liberty, which I don't know. I did like I don't know quarter of my life when I was younger. I loved the ferry and I would take it. I was all over the place anyhow. Um, and they went to top-notch restaurants. They spent a bit of money. They had a lot of fun. Came back safely. So proud of all those graduates too, which his older sister Anne just graduated. Congratulations. I can't. I'm so, I think the younger one graduated too. Did he in high school? Oh, I can't keep up. I can't keep up. And I love the children, but I have a lot. I just have a lot of children that I try to. Joe wanted to talk about Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard, I don't remember what Joe wanted to specifically talk about, but she came out with something about MK Ultra. And I have not looked into it yet, but I'm very curious about it. Am I missing your comments? Go Knicks, yeah. Sorry, my phone wasn't. I really got to switch phones. Me and my husband are going to the beach tomorrow. If it doesn't rain, it's been raining a lot. We're gonna go today, but who wants to go when everybody else is gonna go? So we're gonna go. Well, it rained today too, on and off. We're gonna go tomorrow very early. Take the dog. That's how I like to celebrate a little Father's Day or something. Hold hands, go walking. So yeah, I want to look up that MK Ultra stuff. All right, let's talk about Hezbollah just a little bit, and I think I'm going to end it. It doesn't make sense. Hezbollah does not make sense. All right. Now I'm doing a bit of research, right? I always do research. I love it. And it drives me crazy at the same time. But we have Israel, who we give money to, who in turn can buy weapons, grade A military weapons from America. Nothing else but our weapons, which they are using on Lebanon. Israel wants the conflict to keep going. Hezbollah are a lot of Lebanese. There are a lot of Lebanese in the Hezbollah group. At any given time, there's about 20 I think it was 20 to 50,000. I don't know where they come up with these numbers, but from my research, that's what I remember reading. 20 to 50,000 Hezbollah. Many, 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 many of them come from Iran, Pakistan, Afghanistan, all the stands, other places. How? In other words, Israel is bombing the shit out of Hezbollah and they're replenishing. Hezbollah is replenishing. What are you telling me? Are you telling me that 50 guys gets on a fucking plane in Afghanistan, flies over past Israel? Now, I'm bad with geography, so please correct me if I'm wrong. To Lebanon, though. Getting off in Lebanon, these Hezbollah, where regular Lebanon people do regular Lebanon things on regular Lebanon days. Living their effing lives, people. Because they live it what they can do just like we do. And most of them strive to hit the Joneses just like we do. All right? It might be different cultures and different foods and different skin colors. But in general, the majority of them are not in military scum groups. They're not sleeper cell people. They have children. They work. They go to school. How do we know? Because they're all over the world. Lebanese people, yeah, they travel. There are plenty here in the USA. Just like any other society. So they're letting people drive in, fly over, I don't know. Military planes? Your guess is good. Did the Qatar Air Force One Qatar plane make a stop before it came over here? What happened? That these people are replenishing so much that there's always between 20 and 50,000 Hezbollah, and Israel's bombing them and killing them with our weapons. Am I making myself clear that there's something effing wrong? Now, anybody else that would be in power for 20 years, say Putin, you would call these days a dictator. What is Netanyahu? What is poor Bibi? But not poor. He's a very rich, influential man who has been in power for almost 20 fucking years. I believe over 19 years. That's a dictatorship, my friends. With some kind of fucking deal with America. Because who's in charge? Bibi. Not the people. Yeah, I know it is a funny name. Yes, there you go. Lebanon is 35% Christians. Yes. I have known both. I've known Egyptian Christians, Bosnian Christians, Lebanese Christians, Pakistani Christians. I've known one of them. They do exist. My neighbor here, she was Christian, but she was from the Middle East. She might have been from Iraq. And I do like some of their foods, so that was a great icebreaker. I do like tabbouleh, and I'll eat anything, guys, because they're not trying to poison me with their foods. Although now I don't eat the meat anymore, so That's another thing I gave up love. If you're impressed with the if you're impressed with the alcohol. I haven't had a piece of meat in I think a little longer than I haven't been drinking. Something or less. It was I don't know. It's all over a couple of years now for sure. I have totally changed. And I don't know. There has to be a reason. I don't know. You'll have to come back, love, and find out. Because I believe it's part of the awakening, which means we're seeing through the lies. The lies are being diminished. They're transparent now. You can't have a man saying after a UFC fighter on Trump's birthday that Michelle is Big Mike and not have everybody in the world take notice. Like, I mean, that's huge. And there's a reason it was done. And I don't know that I don't care what other little things happened. That happened, and it's just as big as when Jesse Jackson's little star came off her tit. Everybody remembers that. I never saw it. I don't think I might have seen it afterwards. I don't know. I fucking care, but there's a reason because we have to wake up the harder boys. What I mean that I mean like those guys that still watch football, which believe me, I'm not telling you to stop watching your sports or whatever. Go next, but that's basketball. But just it is part of the awakening. These events were to keep us busy and not seeing what life is really for and about. There are beliefs and theories on that. I am a believer in that in some ways. I mean, if you got a guy that's a sports fan, they go after from one sport to another all year long. They're drinking, watching their sports in front of TV. I don't like TV to begin with, unless it's somewhat educational. I might be a bitch. I might be too snobby. I might be a geek, a nerd. I don't give a shit what you call me. These are not just my beliefs. These are people that are on my level's beliefs. And if it, I don't know, does it help? Doesn't? I don't know. The fuck knows that? We'll find out. That being said, Teddy Roosevelt was a boxer, and he frequently, for those of people that complains about the UFC being UHF, where am I coming from? UFC being at the White House, he would do it at the White House. He had matches. He had often had boxing matches. Teddy Roosevelt. Base 44. Base 44, I believe, is AI creating your website. I wanted to bring that up because I'm not sure if I want. I think websites are a thing of the past. I honestly think you're doing live commercials if you own a YouTube channel or any other channels. But AI is impressive and it can be used for good. It is going to be used for good. I mean, but it's out there. I don't know if I'm gonna try it. I was mentioning it because I was gonna try it, but now I'm thinking I'm believing myself more and more that it's things are obsolete. Things are going to be obsolete. Things are going to get obsolete even sooner. Yeah, Roosevelt was a tough, yeah, he was a tough son of a bitch. Love, love will bring us together. Oh, let's see. All right. Last thing I'll do. I wish Joe was here because we both wait, we both put money into this. I'm opening it right here, guys. I haven't even opened it yet. God, God, better be real. So this is, oh, you know what Joe mentioned before I finish? I think he mentioned that, all right, so Jimmy Fallon is leaving the show. And I think Rosie O'Donnell is supposed to take over. Hold on. Let me say that again. Rosie O'Donnell is supposed to take over for Jimmy Fallon. I can't believe I could say that with a straight face. Shit me, people. You got to be shitting me. I was a knife girl. I have always been a knife girl. I have knives all over. All over. And it's weird because Patches too. Patches awake. This is very serrated and very, very sharp. Patches awake and he loves knives too. I don't buy myself knives anymore. I have from my dad, and I've always carried a beautiful Pakistani knife. It's legal because it's shorter than 4 inches, or it just about fits from the knife. Because I would go out by myself. I would do things. I was not afraid growing up, but I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, and I'm not going to be stupid either. Oh, look at this. I got some kind of, or maybe this is a receipt. You're welcome. Thank you. There we go. Pardon me. It's big. I didn't. It is an ounce. It's an ounce silver Trump coin. It's the 250th anniversary on the back of it, which I'm not going to take it off its little pedestal right now, but that's what's supposed to be on the back of it. I've as much posted it, and we are going to play a game next week, hoping before the 4th of July. But I don't think anybody's going to say no to getting this after the 4th of July. So because things are, there's a lot of things going on, and I'm teaching someone Zoom, and I'm having a lot of open Zooms coming up, meaning just my regular friends that haven't been out there for a while. They're thinking of stopping in, just chit-chatting. And then I'm also teaching Cheryl Cummings, who is wide awake, how to use Zoom, how to come on. Maybe and she's going to help us with the game to win the coin. But I'm hoping she stops on more often. She always has something smart to say. A lot of times, I have Nancy Pooh, I have Cheryl, I have Reb. They all share stuff with me. Charles and Dana and Susan and oh my, there's so many people that they share stuff. And I try to remember to put it, even Susie Q and all this. And Matt Richardson, Matt, man, you are Q awake. And it's funny because I don't have many Q people anymore. Well, at least they don't pop up much, but you do. So I'm very happy for you. Thank you. Because it's a lot of the stuff you're connecting, it just seems, I can't believe it. Just not the other day I said, is all the world a stage? And this kid comes out with a Q drop about it, about the world being a stage, or something with the stage in it. I saved it. The coincidences never stop. You like that? You like that, love? Well, you can try to win it. You can try to win it. We paid about $180, 170, 180, I don't remember, with the tax and everything for it. So but I don't know what silver's worth right now. Probably 60, 70, $80. I don't, it goes up and down. It was $100 at one point, but you paid for it, and on the back of it, it does say 250 years. So, and I don't mind if a Canadian wins it. Doesn't bother me none. I just want it to go to someone deserving and someone who has at least kids or grandkids or some kids in their life that it's going to go to. I don't want it to go to like property, like to the freaking bank. Joe, I hope you're not mad that I opened that up without you. It's nice and big. It's definitely the size of a $50. I thought it'd be a little bigger than a quarter, but it's like a $50 size. And let me see my notes. Oh, the binary stuff is going to be cool. All right. That will go over next time. Apparently, Joe said, and we'll probably do something, talk furthermore about this or do something with it, that Space Force for the 4th of July or for the 250-year anniversary of America are going to Colorado. And they're not far from where we believe that the real Trump has been hiding, which is Cheyenne Mountain. And what part of Colorado did he say? Why do I suck at geography? But it's just kind of interesting that Space Force is going to the place. Come here, kitty. You could come. That we believe Trump has been bunkered up in 90% of the time. Maybe not 90. I hope not. But it's huge. It's not like one last thing. People have been saying, we're making fun of Elon Musk being a trillionaire. Who cares? Who cares that he's a trillionaire? Who cares, people? Who cares that he's a trillionaire? Really not a big deal. It's for us, by the way, if you didn't know that, because I've said that a billion times. Yes, Winchester. Come here. Oh, you want to say hi? I got an orange pussy. He's a mega cat. Say hi. His eyes are copper. They're very copper. You are handsome. You are handsome, kitty. Oh my God. So I don't know why people are I'm allergic. I love my animals. My Hawkeye just got perfect blood work, by the way. He got all this. They have this thing where they do in Banfield. I am a big fan of Banfield. We have been in Hawkeye's been in Banfield and my cats have been in Banfield since we moved to Florida like 11 years ago. They have spread nationwide. They're all over the US. We found them in New Jersey when we were living there. And they are the medical and insurance for our dog and cat. And they did his teeth. What they do is, because I used to brush his teeth. It was terrible. You're supposed to do it once a day, brush your dog's teeth. Who does that? I tried once a week, even maybe twice a week I started, and then it got to once a week, and then maybe twice a month. It was getting bad. And then he started bleeding as he got older. He's almost 12. He'll be 12 next month. And now they do, I guess it's a fluoride. I'm not into fluoride. I don't like fluoride, but it's a coating on the teeth. I think they actually do this in the regular dentist's office too, but he doesn't get bad breath for about 6 months. Last year, it lasted about 8 or 9 months. No bad breath. I brushed his teeth only a couple of times. It saved a lot of, he's just getting a lot of irritation at an older age. So I'm very big into the band field, and I'm very happy about my puppy having perfect blood work. He got that done. And I have a mega cat sitting on my lap. Ow. Um, that being said, Elon. Who cares that he's a million? I mean, do we care that a trillionaire? Do we care that Trump's a billionaire? He's saving the world, saving the world, the world, not America or just America. He's saving the world. He is not the first trillionaire, Elon Musk. There's absolutely no way. We have people that owned the reserve, the Federal Reserve, owned it, owned it. It wasn't ours. Why do we even have one? Or two or three or five? I don't know how many there are. There's more than one. There's one in New York where it said that the gold and antiques are being stored there now, taken from the caves between the Vatican and Israel, the tunnels, some from England, and maybe Germany, some from Europe somewhere, that are now in that Federal Reserve. But before that, we had, as you would say, like the Rockefellers and Rothschilds. They were trillionaires. One of the French families, and I can't remember the name. I'm positive. I mean, I don't know if you can look this shit up just like that, but it just makes sense that people found money all over the place was worth over $333 trillion. It was said to be enough money, 333 trillion, 333 trillion. Weird number, anyhow. And it was said that they had enough money to, you know, like feed the world for 200 years or so. It was crazy. Feed and clothe the world for like 300 years, even with money going up in value or going down or whatever, you know. Um, I don't know why Israel is bombing Hezbollah so much. Yeah, 333. That's right, love. This is going to be the last thing. I don't know why. Except there's something there that they don't want anybody else to get to. Yes. Actually saying it out loud, yeah. I could hear, yeah, it sounds better. Um, that kind of makes sense. There, it's deflection, right? Who wants to go in the middle of that? There's offense and defense in sports and military. Oh, Jay, I wish you had come on tonight because there was a couple things I wanted to ask you that you were mentioning before. I was taught, Jay, if you watch this, I was talking about the Vietnam being their money being held now, and they're what is the word? I don't know if they're being like socially examined like the Chinese are, but their bank accounts were seized. Let me see. Oh, I have it. I have it. Hold on. Hold on. I have it. Vietnamese deactivated or suspended over 86 million bank accounts that lacked mandatory biometric verification. Biometric. Finger, eye, bio from the body, right? Including face fingerprint data. There you go. Okay. The SBV enacted this, the Bank of Vietnam, um, enacted the mass purge to curb cyber fraud, eliminate dormant accounts and transition towards digital economy. Now, I believe in the transition to QFS, quantum um, financing. I believe that's what it's called. But to take control, deactivate and take control, or suspend rather, uh, till everybody gets up to date with this biometrics, and then, I mean, like maybe you have to do it that way. Maybe it has to be done. Certain things has to be done that way. I don't know. Like I said, COVID might have been some mass purge that needed to be carried out for some reason. I don't know why, but it could be. Um, to get fraud, well, isn't this kind of fraud itself? I mean, it sounds safe, but aren't they taking over? Isn't the government taking over their accounts? Isn't that fraud in and of itself? I'm not sure. I mean, I gotta look more into this. To eliminate dormant accounts. So does that mean they're gonna take that money? If there's even 15 cents in that account, should it go to the kids or somebody else? What does that mean to eliminate dormant accounts? You might have accounts with money in it. Okay, if there's accounts without money, that's fine, whatever you want to do. But if there's as much as a penny in there in Vietnamese money, which I honestly don't know what it is, um, it doesn't make sense. I mean, there are certain things. Wow, I can't believe I still had that open. Sometimes my tabs, I mean, seriously. But I did, I still had it open. I wasn't sure, and then I looked, I was like, shit, it is still there. So I believe there's been other trillionaires, even way back when. Well, within the last 30, 40, 50 years. Um, and maybe you might not want to say that it's one person. It might be a family, but still, I still don't see it. I mean, Elon has 12 kids. Would you say they're all like part of the trillionaire family? Yeah. His brother came out, one of Elon's younger brother came out and said that he spoke to God. That was, I don't know. I just remembered that off the top of my head. So proceeds. Sounds like they would be adopting the profits of crime. Yeah, that's true too. That's a good way to look at it too. I mean, if you think about like the Pelosi's and all that, that's exactly what Kerry's son, Hunter Biden. I don't remember John Kerry's son's name. Um, they were all part of the Uranium One. Was it Hillary's? Was it Chelsea? No. Hunter, Kerry's son. Mama Helen would know. There was four of them, and like, yeah, I mean that's what happens. What is it, Kitty? You coming back? You want to say goodbye? We're gonna go. We're gonna say goodbye. Come on. Meow, meow, meow. He doesn't. He doesn't say meow. He's so effing fat. He says mo, 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 mo. I'm not even. That's what I. When I sing to him, I sing in the cat language, and it's mo, 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 mo. Whatever. I'm just kidding, guys. Thanks for stopping in, love. It was a pleasure meeting you. I hope you are in or involved rather with Liberally Challenged. You're welcome to come Zoom eventually. I'd like to get to know you a little better, and you can come on live if you want. There's plenty of Canadian brothers and sisters. We have people from Aussie, we have Aussies, we have New Zealanders, we have the British, we have plenty, a nice mix of people. And it's cool because I would say not even half of them are conspiracists, but I would say like 90% of them believe, yeah, absolutely. I'd say 90% of like a little over 600 people in the group believe that Michelle is a man. So we did it. We did yeah, I asked the question, it took it to a vote, and only one I voted in it. I voted with my, you can't vote. So that's why I have like another account sometimes for certain things. And I went and voted with my other account. So after there was 56 people and only one said Michelle was a man out of 56 people that voted. One said Michelle was a woman, rather. And I mean, that's even in a small group. That's tight. 55 out of 600 something people voted, and they said it was at 56. I mean, whew, come on. But yeah, exactly, Big Mike. But I have all these shoulderless things of Big Mike, like, oh, and apparently this is more in the beginning, like 2007, 8, 9, 10. I guess they really didn't think people would realize. I didn't realize it. I drew Big Mike on a coaster at work one day and said something wrong with that lady. I was like, I know she does sports, but I was a gymnast. I work out. I did a lot of sports. I was a grand slammer in softball as a kid. I fucking did a lot of fucking sports. I'm not kidding. They would say, move back. They would always tell them, move back. She's up. Too bad I wasn't a fast runner. They always made me catch her. I was a great catcher, but and I knew when I drew Michelle on that coaster, I was like, wait, something. I didn't know it was a man, but I thought something was off. It was wrong. As an artist, I knew it was wrong. Been doing art longer than anything. I can't. 43 years. I think it was like 6 or 7 in second grade when I took my first official art class from my teacher from school. She took me into her home. Never mind my friends recently telling me they remember my mother doing her Ukrainian Easter eggs in the kitchen. She did it old fashioned. You have to use like a stencil, and you put wax in it and you hold it over a candle with flame. It's like the difference between doing digital art and hand painting, right? She was doing it because they have you would still use wax in the new ones too, but they would heat up themselves. She would do it. You can't imagine doing fine lines on a little egg, and it was a raw egg. It was never cooked. They would be heated up in the oven so the wax would melt and the dye would be trapped on the egg. So then they cool off and she draw more on it and dip it in the dye. It would go to the darker dyes. And at the very end, the background would all be black and put in the oven. So the egg was raw. It was never cooked. Like they had broken before, like after a month or two, and they would stink to shit. Guys, it was a pleasure. Love whoever else stopped in. There was a couple people. Thank you for thinking it's cool. Love, I hope you stop in again. I hope you're in the group, and whoever else is watching, thank you. I hope I made some sense tonight. If you have other conspiracies that you want to bring up, if you think differently about Hezbollah or I don't know, anything else that I brought up tonight, I can't even remember. Now I'm freaking tired. Now I'm wearing down. We stopped we're drinking a lot more decaf lately, mixing it with just like half and half of decaf. That's so it's like it's not even a quarter caffeinated, man. I can't believe like I had any energy at this point. Take care, guys. Love you all. Love. Happy Daddy's Day again. And thanks for stopping in, love. It was a pleasure meeting you. Love. Love, love. That's cool. Love goes here. The sign.